Alright, hi everyone. This is my new YouTube channel. I say new YouTube channel because I have an old YouTube channel. I've been neglecting it, and the reason I've been doing that is because I talked dramatically a lot about politics, about what's going on with the election and stuff. And my subscriber count was at 30, and within the space of 2 videos, it went to less than 20. So, this is not uncommon. If you say something that YouTube doesn't like, then you all of a sudden mysteriously start losing subscribers. Lots of people have had that happen to them. I decided not to fight it because it's only 30 subscribers. Not that every single one of you isn't important, but if I'd have had 100 subscribers, it might have been worth trying to fight YouTube about it, but it just wasn't worth it. So, this is my new YouTube channel where we're going to do different types of videos. I'm still going to rant and rave about things that I notice. Right now, I'm sitting in the truck stop. I've been here for 4 days. I'm getting paid a fair amount of money every day to sit here because my trailer is in Mexico. And I get paid for every day that it is in Mexico. So, I have been watching hardcore porn. And I noticed some things. I noticed a lot of things, but I noticed some things. I wrote down 4 of them. First of all, if you ever watch The Jeffersons, that was a comedy TV show from the 70s, for those of you who don't know. In it, George Jefferson was talking about going to a bank to get a loan, and his wife said, well, if we have all this money, she said, then why do we need to go to a bank for some more money? And George Jefferson said, banks don't loan money to people that need money. That's what pawn shops are for. And everybody laughed, and you know what? It is funny, but it's also true. It just is. It's also true. Poor people who need money have to go to pawn shops. So, with that said, first thing that you have to remember is that it's still a store. Okay? Yeah, it's a pawn shop. Yeah, it sells used stuff. It's still a store. It's no different than Walmart. It's no different than, whatever kind of store. It's still a store. Okay? You can't go in and just sit here and go, hey, you know what, this, that, the other, and cause the scene and cause a ruckus and all that, because you're going to get thrown out. It's still a store. Okay? You need to treat it with all the respect that you would show any other store. In fact, even more respect, because there are fewer people and there are more people watching you. Per capita, in a pawn shop, there's probably more people watching you than there are at Walmart watching you. By a camera. They're watching you. So, which brings me to my second point. You need to be respectful of them the same way that, that you would treat anybody else with respect. Okay? I'm a truck driver. Okay? I have a habit of walking into a store or something and talking to the girl behind the counter and say, hey, darling, can you be this, that, and the other? Right? But I saw episodes where people would walk in and go, hey, Ashley, come on over here, I'm going to spank you. What? What? Are you serious? This is how you're talking to a woman in this age? I mean, we're not, in, the 1200s or something like that, and which that wouldn't have been acceptable in the 1200s either. But go in and show them respect. The girls at the truck stop, they're a little bit different. because they have a tendency to expect being called darling and, that kind of stuff, right? They know that we don't mean anything by it. It's just the way that we talk. But that aside, normally when you go into a store, you should be respectful of people. If you can't be respectful, at least keep your mouth shut. So that's my second point. There are people in there just being disrespectful to them. You don't have any reason to be disrespectful to them. Just because they didn't give you what you wanted, because they didn't do what you said, that's no reason to be disrespectful to anybody. Okay? Try it free. Had a guy come in there and he wanted to get a generator because he had lost power in his house. AKA, didn't pay his electric bill. Well, can you sell me this generator? I can go as high as 5. He said that because that's what I got in my pocket. I looked at him and said, well, no, we want at least 7 for it. And he said, well, I can do 6. Well, you just said that you could, that you only had 5 on you, so you've already lied to the guy. You think he didn't pick that out? You think that he didn't pick out that you said, well, I got 5 on me and that's as high as I can go, and then you're going to go 6? You think he didn't pick that out? You think that he just started working his father's pawn shop yesterday? So the guy says, well, why don't you go ahead and let me try it out at my house for free? Well, no, we can't do that. If you go ahead and you pay the $700 for it, you can try it forever at your house. In other words, what the guy wanted was for you to go ahead and set it up so that he could run his electricity, and then eventually figure out how he can say, no, that's my generator. I don't care what you say. I don't care what records you have. That's my generator. That's what he wanted. And the guy got mad because, oh man, they found me out and they're not going to go ahead and do whatever I said. I wouldn't do what you said either. I wasn't born yesterday. I don't always spot a scam, but for the most part I do. I've been out here long enough to where somebody comes up and asks me for money. Alright? I know what's going on. Had a guy come up and he said, hey, I got robbed. He said, could you give me some money for gas? He said, you don't even have to give me the money. You can pump the gas yourself if you want to. He said, because really, I got robbed. And I said, did you get robbed at gunpoint or did you get robbed at the casino that's just like 2 exits down? And he walked away. I'm not stupid. I know what's going on. Anyway, which brings me to my last point. Bail. A girl came into the pawn shop and she said, I'd like to pawn this computer, iPad, whatever. I want to get $500 for it so I can bail my man out of jail. If you have to go and bail your man out of jail, maybe you need to rethink your choices in life. Just saying. You're going to be one of those people that's going to end up in a trailer park, the cops dragging him away during a domestic dispute, and you're going to be yelling, "Go take him away! I love him!" Have some pride. Have some dignity about yourself. He went to jail. But that's okay. I want to stay with him. That's not to say that people that have been in jail don't make good husbands. I didn't say that. But if you have to sit here and bail your man out of jail by taking your stuff to the pawn shop, you need to rethink what you're doing. Because ain't no man that good in bed. Ain't no woman that good in bed. Just ain't. Just not. So, that's my take on some of the things that I learned from the show. I might do a video a little bit later today about the different times that people have asked me for money, some of them. While I'm at the truck stop. That might be a fun little thing for you to watch. But anyway, please go ahead, give the video a like if you found it. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel. I promise not to do anything very political, if anything at all that's going to be political, because, like I said, it's just not worth fighting YouTube about. So, you can do that. I'd appreciate it. Thanks.